Welcome to The Lead Sheet, inspiring conversations with exceptional people. Here's your host, Drew Davison, with this week's special guest, LeAnthony Douglas.
All right, good morning, Shelby County School students and guests. Thank you for tuning in to The Lead Sheet. I am Drew Davison, your host, Performing Arts Advisor for Shelby County Schools. For our inaugural performance today here with The Lead Sheet, we have new ballet ensemble dancer LeAnthony Douglas. Also was a student with Shelby County Schools. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Outstanding. Well, we had a question that came in before about the difference between what it takes to condition your body for ballet versus what it takes to condition your body for like sports, because I know you're a former football player. Can you talk a little bit about the differences in the approach on conditioning for excellence?
Conditioning for those two different things are both difficult, I must say. They are both difficult. But for ballet, it's more difficult, I must say, because the technique is so specific. It's too specific. Like, if you don't do it like this certain way, like it can mess you up. Like in the future, like it's a lot to it. I would say it's much harder to learn the technique of ballet than it is to learn conditioning for football or basketball.
Well, that's an interesting approach. I know that there's certain moves that you have to accomplish in order to be safe and actually perform the move. I think we've got a video clip that we can go and see you doing some of this moving. So let's take a look.
Okay.
My name is LeAnthony Douglas. I'm a teaching artist at New Ballet Ensemble, and I'm the hero in the remix. So the hero in the remix, he's the boyfriend of Clara, and he's about to go off to war, and Clara's pretty upset because she didn't want him to leave. I'm dancing every single style that New Ballet offers. My first ballet in the remix is Snow. It's like pure classical ballet. Hip hop battle, it's like pure hip hop. Green Onion, it's like kind of like jazzy. I'll be juking in hip hop battle. My favorite style of dance used to be hip hop, but now it's ballet, honestly. New Ballet is a special place for me because it's my second home. New Ballet is just my peace. Like, I feel like safe and I don't have to worry about anything. And when I dance, I feel free.
All right, really enjoyed that video.
Thank you.
LeAnthony. There's something that you said toward the end of that about how does it make you feel when you dance? Talk to us a little bit about when you're dancing, what is your world like?
So like growing up as a dancer, you know, I was told to dance as if nobody is watching you. So like imagine you're in your bedroom, you know, like nobody's there. Like close your eyes, you know, it's just you. Like nobody is around and none of that. Like dance as if nobody's watching you. So like if you can imagine that, like you don't have anything to worry about. Like you can just feel free in your mind. Like you can be expressive if you want. Like just be free, like, you know.
So I wonder if we have young people that are watching you right now, watching this interview, and they wonder what it feels like to dance with their eyes closed. I wonder if any of them have ever taken the chance to put on some music that was very meaningful to them, get in a place where they're by themselves, close their eyes and let their body take over. Wouldn't that be a pretty amazing thing?
That would be really amazing. Like you can do it like every day, just to feel good. Like it makes a lot of people feel good just to like, you know, just shut everybody out, you know, just go in your room, put some headphones in, you know, close your eyes and just move. Like nobody can tell you like the wrong or right thing to do, the wrong, right move to do. You know, you just feel free and expressive. So.
Very cool. Well, tell me a little bit about your background. I know that you mentioned that hip-hop was one of your favorite forms of dancing. Tell us, do you still do a lot of hip-hop dancing now that you're with New Ballet Ensemble? What does that look like?
Oh, most def. I started doing hip-hop with New Ballet Ensemble. This is my first form of dance in 3rd grade. I didn't take my first ballet class until 7th grade.
I see.
So training for those like two different styles, that's very hard because like you're literally going from one studio to the next, you know, like coming from ballet class to hip hop class. So like in hip hop class, you like hunched over, you know, and it's like a lot of different articulations, you know, in hip hop. And it is in ballet too, but in ballet, it's like a lot different. You know, you have to sit up like nice and poised, like stand up tall, like your posture has to be perfect, you know. It's just a lot comes with like those two different styles, you know. But it is like capable, you can do both, you know, but it is hard, I must say.
So if there are young people, I mean, we just encourage them to listen to music and to move without, even if they have had no training. I think, I have heard that sometimes dancing is like the tale of two different worlds. Like one is one where you're floating and that most of your movements are that are going up. And then the other times it's like dancing when the music is pulling you down to the earth. It's like very driving down to the ground. Have you ever heard it articulated that way? And is that a good way for young people to start if they're improvising?
For improvising and like starting to, you know, like called freestyle, I would just say like just first like understand that you have like all these different like limbs and fingers and toes and like a body part that you don't like really like pay attention to that much, you know. But like when you dance, like that's the time that you can use like all those body parts, you know. So that could be a first start. Also, like, you know, finding dynamics, you know, in your movements. You know, you can go like from waving to like, you know, popping. You can do those in ballet and hip hop, you know, because they both consist of, you know, a lot of jumps and different types of turns and stuff like that. And the technique for them, it's crazy.
So LeAnthony, I know that we've got some young people watching right now that have their passion to change the world in some way. They care about things going on in their community. They may love to dance. They may love to write beats. They may love to do all kinds of things in order to impact their community and be expressive. I think about the kind of questions that they would ask you if they were given a chance. And I know that they would probably ask what advice you would have for them, even if the path in front of them is a little strange. And I'll give you a quick example. I think about a ballet is oftentimes seen as dominated by women. And so you're a young man in a space that has a lot of women in it. And it requires a type of courage to be in a space where you're different. So if there are young people who are feeling different, what advice would you give to them?
My advice would be first you have to be okay with being different.
Okay.
So dare to be different first. Also, like no matter what's going on around you, like always have in your mind that does not have to be you. So like you see people selling drugs every day, like in our community. It does not have to be you. You know. Also, stay true to yourself. Like you don't have to be anybody else. You can be yourself. Like you can be different in your way, no matter what. Also, you can't care what people think about you, especially negative thoughts. If you have something passionate in your mind and you want to do something, you want to try something, be different, do it. You can't think of you can't worry about well, what if my friend thinks that band is not for everybody or band is not for me, you know. That's not their place to say that, you know. So you got to be yourself. You got to be true to yourself. You can't think about what other people think and be different, you know.
Well, I think those are very wise words, and I think that there's a lot of people that may be watching this that will have a chance to be reflective here with a writing assignment that helps capture their thoughts around it. Would you be willing to share a couple of videos of your work so Ty can put those in the links, that if our students want to find out more about you, they can look you up online?
Most definitely.
All right. Well, we look forward to catching your work with New Ballet Ensemble and your work after that. We know that there's going to be many great years ahead with you impacting your community and making beauty. Thank you for being our first guest on the lead sheet. I want to thank
you
Ty
so
and
much.
Rachel as well. Outstanding.
Thank you.
Well, have a good rest of the day.
You too.